We're on Tuesday morning. The place should be full, but it's not full because everyone was there up until 5, 6 o'clock in the morning voting. That important it is for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who we know rushed back from Brussels to make sure everyone votes for it.
You're right, Jonathan. The halls of the Israeli parliament are completely empty this morning because members of parliament were here till 5 in the morning voting on several bills. One of them was, as you mentioned, the supermarket bill, a very important bill for Prime Minister Netanyahu. He flew back from Brussels, reportedly because his interior minister, Aryeh Deri, from the ultra-Orthodox Shas party, threatened to resign from the government and take his Shas party out of the coalition if this bill failed to pass on its first reading. As a result, it passed 59 to 54, didn't get an absolute majority, but enough of a majority in order to now progress to a second and third reading in Parliament.
Now, there are liberal members of his own Likud party and other liberal members of the coalition who are strongly opposing this. And as you've said, the interior minister coming from an Orthodox party is threatening to resign if the bill does not pass. How is Benjamin Netanyahu going to play his cards within his coalition?
Well, it appears the Prime Minister, having arrived early from Brussels, having cancelled the meeting with Jean-Claude Juncker in Brussels, was able to exert the necessary pressure on members of his own parliament. There had been an expectation that a few liberal rebels within the coalition would be able to vote against the bill. In the end, they gave in to pressure or offers from the Prime Minister. We don't know exactly what. One example, the Likud member of Knesset, Yehuda Glick, he had announced he was going to vote against the bill. He then accepted an offer for various restrictions on tobacco advertising, not something that's particularly liberal either, and decided to vote with the coalition in the end. That said, 4 members of parliament from the largely secular, largely Russian Israel Beitenu party did vote against the bill, but they were the only rebels from the governing coalition.
Aaron Levy joining us from the Israeli parliament. Thank you very much for being with us. And Amir